Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going to get you a little clarity. I did pull a mystery card out, and this feels itchy, immediate, and it feels like a lot of anticipation. So somebody wants an answer now. Maybe you want an answer now. Maybe right now we're going to get you the answer you were looking for. So let's see what this energy is all about. Getting you an answer. This reading's timeless. Whenever it finds you, it is perfect. Trust that divine connection you have to your higher self, to God, to source, to the universe. The answer is in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound and based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. I was feeling pink. Pink colors today. So this is the whispering heart and the love and romance. I put them together. Let's see what God, source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the most helpful thing to know right now? It's to get rid of the baggage, the heaviness. This is also emotional baggage. This is where you're, or someone else was kind of carrying around a grudge, where somebody keeps, digging up the past that should be done and gone. It's emotional baggage that can weigh down any relationship, but I feel like it's a current relationship, or it's maybe a relationship that does want to energetically come in, but you are tethered to the weight, to the anchor of that person from the past. So you need to cut that big rope. I don't even think it's a string. And I feel like you're going to feel so much lighter. I'm also getting that this is clearing space, whether that is emotional or energetic space, or your actual space. Maybe it's just cleaning your car, cleaning your desk, making room. So I'm also getting tidying up, but I'm getting actually having some extra space. I don't know why I see a big couch. Maybe somebody has to clean their couch, or you're getting a new couch. But I feel like somebody wants to spend some time together with you. So make some room for somebody new, or somebody coming back, or the right person that you enjoy being around to come over, where it doesn't have to be some big plans. It could even be something kind of spontaneous. This is the small things that you enjoy. So whoever is coming in, whoever you are thinking about, this is a person that you feel joyful around. You laugh together. You could be going to, the gas station to pick up some chips, or do something really small. It's not what is she wearing? Is she wearing a feather boa? Maybe this person tickles your tail feather. Hey, it's where you just enjoy their company. So it is valuing the time you spend with a certain person. So be present. If there's a certain person you enjoy being around, you like their company, you like their energy, you like their laughter, you like the conversation, you like the silence, you like the sassy time, whatever it is, be present, be all in. Don't be completely on your phone unless you're looking up something cool in that conversation. I am seeing somebody kind of ignoring some phone calls, or putting something on the schedule on the side, and making some more time with a certain person. Maybe they're making more time with you. Find joy in the simple pleasure of just being together. We're going to keep that because I stared at it from putting it vial upside down. Let's get you a little more clarity and some more answers to what you were wondering about, who you were wondering about. I just heard, who are they? Ooh, that was weird. That could go two different ways. Maybe you're actually wondering, the deeper persona, or the deeper parts of somebody you are familiar with, or just kind of getting to know. But I'm getting that some of you don't know who I'm talking about, which means that there is somebody new coming in, but you don't know who they are, ... yet. So let's see. Yeah, somebody is at long distance. So for some of you, somebody's maybe moving into town, or maybe some of you do have a long distance relationship with somebody, whether that's physical distance, or I don't know. I kind of feel like there's somebody that perhaps you haven't seen in a long time. This could be going back years for some of you. Maybe it's a couple weeks for others, but this is where it doesn't really matter how much time has past. you still have a beautiful energetic bond or connection with somebody. This is telling you that whether you know, are together or not, there's something that connects you via love to another person. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. I'm also getting this as a past life partnership for some of you. So maybe the moment your eyes lock, you're wearing your feather boa when you're at the gas station and you meet this person that you just know somehow there's a connection that you share. It's almost like you do know this person, but who are they? So I am getting that you are rediscovering who they are, but you're different now if this is somebody you knew in past lives. It could also be that you had a karmic entanglement in a past life and you never got to, I'm getting, fulfill something to its full potential then. But you signed up for something again so you can do it right this time. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. There's a train here. So whenever I see a train, I do feel like it's an all aboard kind of energy. But I'm also getting this is not somebody who makes you bored. I'm also getting that it's where you suddenly feel like, you know, the steam is moving you in the right, right direction. What is that song? I just thought of the song, Neil Horan, the one where the steam's in his clothes or something like that. Something about slow. I don't know. I'll find it. I can't quite get it right now. I need a moment. I just got totally sidetracked by the steam in your clothes. I mean, I just thought of that scene in Titanic where they're getting hot and heavy in the car and you just see the handprint like go down the window. So, I mean, hey, maybe you are getting hot and heavy. Maybe if you haven't seen this person in a long time, you know, you catch up on the chemistry right away. Maybe there has been a lot of anticipation leading up to that moment. But I feel like you are getting back on track, or you feel like with this person, you know, you're not running on empty. I feel like I see somebody, like I see an old train now where you actually put, I guess like the coals in the fire to keep it going. I feel like somebody keeps relighting that fire with you. So, I mean, that feels like it's pretty nice. Let's get another one on together. Long distance, answer now, and baggage. I definitely feel like you're leaving some of your baggage at the train station. I feel like that train, you know, might be moving and somebody was running with the baggage and they know they're going to miss their opportunity. They know they're going to miss the door or that right train. If they hold on to the baggage and they're like, yeah, I can run faster without that big ass suitcase, and they just drop it and get on the train, and anything you need, you know, when you're on the right track, you'll figure it out as you go. I hope that made sense. Let's see. Let's get one more from this. What is one more message? That was so quick. Maybe you also have to take off your heels. If somebody was running with one heel, I feel like somebody's just throwing that other shoe and going barefoot. I also see somebody with, oh my goodness, why do I get these messages? Stars at the bottom. I am seeing somebody that really does like shoes or feet. And I see somebody not even maybe with just their feather boa on. But I see someone keeping on their shoes. Almost the opposite of Joe Cocker's "You Can Leave Your Hat On." Baby, take off your dress. So, I mean, there's definitely an attraction here. Somebody's attracted to you. I am also getting that if you do meet somebody new, there's something about the more they get to know you, even though you were probably attractive right away to this person, you keep getting more and more attractive. I also feel like if some of you are reconnecting with somebody from back then without the baggage, that there's something about you now where you are even more attractive than how they remember, which was also pretty good. I'm also getting that some of you have had a glow up, because I see somebody meeting you and they don't realize it's actually you. Like, some of you might actually look like a different person than when you were 20 or whatever, but I feel like somebody likes what they see. So this is attraction. It is where you, I mean, I did see all that steam. So you definitely have some chemistry with somebody. It's not just one-sided chemistry here. You're definitely getting the right formula together. So it's having great chemistry, or you're able to manifest love. It's that energy of desire, being in your own power, and having this mysterious allure about you, because you're radiating authenticity. You're not trying to be anything other than who you are, and that's why you are alluring. Bow. I feel like there's something about the bow, like you're gonna unwrap something. What is this at the bottom? And you also have a star. So maybe an Aquarius energy, maybe something felt like it was way long distance, so far out of reach. You know, that destination is never coming. You feel like you've been on that track forever. Maybe you take a turn. I see the railroad tracks, you know, when they pull the thing and the train goes a different way. I see that. Maybe it was kind of a choo-choo train that was just going in circles, you know, like those weird trains that go around a room, around and around and around, and all of a sudden spirit has pulled that handle, moved that track a different way, and all of a sudden the scenery, you know, everything looks different. You feel like you're finally getting somewhere. It says your hope and your optimism. That's really important. If you don't believe something can happen, how are you giving it the space or the positive mindset for it to come in? If you're holding on to the baggage from somebody in particular, or maybe everybody from your past, how do you have the space for somebody amazing to come on in? Because whoever's coming in is coming in different, and they're attracted to who you are now. They vibe with your vibration as it is, but I feel like as soon as you meet, I see your vibrations getting brighter. I do see somebody kind of skipping to work, having that little smirk on their face, where even if there's coworkers or your friends or your family are around you, you're like, what's that smirk about? What's going on with you? Why is something different in your energy? I am getting that for both of you. And like somebody knows that some steam is happening somewhere in your life. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. So, I mean, you have chemistry, you have magnetic attraction, you have joy and laughter, attraction, and something is not so heavy. Nice. All right, well, this is a good place to begin. So let's go to, let's see what I have. Let's go to an angel number. I think this whole thing here. Let's do an angel number. Clarity on baggage, answer now, together, long distance, and attraction. What is the most prominent angel number helpful right now? Please and thank you. Woo, what is that? 2121. I like that. It's like the world times 2. Maybe it's an ending for you and somebody else. 2121. That's a very big angel number. So let's put on the pink readers and see what this is. That's what I saw. It's your energy. That's that thing that people can feel. They can't quite put a finger maybe on what it is, especially if you're not talking about it, but people feel energy. So, you know, energy isn't something that can be faked. It's felt. So it's prosperity. It is harmony. So that could be that somebody's frequency isn't exactly the same as you, but it harmonizes with you, which makes it so more deep and interesting. It's a journey. You do have a journey here. It's maybe waiting. So if you are waiting, What are you doing with your time in the meantime? If you have alone time right now, what are you doing in your alone time where you are in that energy of joy? You're enjoying your own company. You're not alone or lonely. You're really loving your own energy. It starts there. Otherwise, how is someone else gonna want to be in your energy with you? So it's also discipline, exaggeration, and guess what it is? The opposite sex. So gender doesn't matter. This is connecting to somebody who is an opposite that blends perfectly with you, a masculine, a feminine, the yin, the yang energy. That day, oh, I like this. So guess what? That day you're waiting for, it will come. You have to believe it. It says maintain discipline in the meantime. Maybe you have to give yourself a spanking right now. You can spank somebody else later. Oh my God, this reading. So you're getting closer to your end goal. You do have an ending if that is a 21. But with each ending, guess what it is? A new beginning, a new chapter, a new chance, a new start. Whether that's something completely new or a redo. So there's no need to overextend yourself. Find something that's balanced. I feel like that overextending is maybe that convenience thing that I was feeling. You know, I feel like it should be, I'm getting like a natural pace between you and somebody else, because I do feel like maybe you're falling fast for somebody and maybe you want to be together every waking moment that you have, but some space is going to be really healthy. I also get that a little bit of space, a little bit of distance, bring some more anticipation kind of energy that makes the together time you have way more interesting and exciting. If some of you do have something that you want to do together, but you already have plans with someone else or plans to do something on your own, I kind of feel like you're more attractive when you stick to your plans and don't bend over backwards, at least here, if you actually have something else you have going on. I feel like you'll be respected more for it. So there's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy and remain focused. So stick to your boundaries. I don't feel like you have to be guarded because I see you handing a key to someone. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Trust yourself. You know, if you are spending time with someone and down that track, you feel like there's more and more distance, more and more confusion, you don't really feel like this is the answer that you were looking for, then it was an experience to help you understand better what is right when it does come in. Sometimes you have to have experiences that aren't perfect, so you recognize when something is better for you. It's not wasted time. It's not a wasted partnership. So what does this say? Trust in you. It's not an elevator ride. Yeah, it's, I still feel like if you're climbing a mountain, which I usually see as an obstacle, at least you're doing it on the train track. So there's something different with your energy getting over that obstacle than you having to like throw the ropes up and really mountain climb here. I feel like you've mountain climbed in the past. Even if that's something you enjoy, I feel like that was to give you strength, and I feel like you're getting a break. So hopefully that made sense to you. We started with this mystery deck. So I feel like my cards are all different ways. Let me organize. Let's get you a few more mystery messages and then we'll get you some advice from the tarot. All right, we got the mystery deck here. I have it on a little level so you can see me pull. Let's get a little more clarity on your energy levels. You're paying attention to, you're changing them. You're also paying attention to how you energetically feel around others. And when you are together with a certain person or people that bring you joy, you're really in that moment, whether you're just making a long distance phone call or they're right across the couch from you, or, you know, drinking coffee in a cafe with you. It's untethering yourself, releasing yourself from any heavy energy that was weighing you into past circumstances or a past cycle. And it's even relaxing. I'm getting relaxing your energy on the need to know in a certain time frame or right now. It's just relaxing and allowing that answer to come through when it's supposed to. And remember how attractive you are, how you're like a magnet attracting the right thing that you vibe with into your world, into your life. Bye, Rose. And even if something felt like it was so out of reach, so far away, how do you start to ground that dream so that it feels like something that maybe is more approachable in small increments? I'm getting like more of a step-by-step approach than something feeling so big and out of focus. So let's get you an extra bonus message. What's an extra mystery message that would be helpful right now? Please and thank you. That's a good way to be in the now. I love the energy of dance. I can immediately, I mean, you do have your high heels here. So I don't know why I just saw the tango, but maybe it's line dancing for some of you. Maybe for some of you, you just do your dishes and you're dancing in your underwear while you do the dishes. If you don't know what, you do have people kind of dancing here. If you don't know what to do with your energy and it is kind of funky, put on a song that you love and just dance, whether it's, you know, just alone in your bedroom or you're going out dancing, grooving, you know, oh, let's groove tonight. Something be the spice of life. Oh, what is that? I don't even know what band that is. I think it's called Let's Groove. Dancing is exactly how to be in the now. It's like you are connecting with source. You're connecting with the universe because you're not ahead of yourself. You're not behind yourself. You're just feeling that energy. So if you don't know what to do, it doesn't matter if you feel like you have two left feet. Dance. I am also getting that, what is that song? I just heard that Bruno Mars song. Oh, it's so kind of sad and beautiful. What is that song? Now she's dancing, but dancing with another man. Like, I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have given you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party because all you wanted to do was dance. And now she's dancing. Oh, I don't know why that gave me goosies. My hair's all standing up, but she's dancing with another man. When you have the chance, even if maybe it's something that you feel, I'm getting embarrassed or you don't think you'd like, I am getting that somebody is stretching themselves outside their comfort zone a little bit or coloring outside the lines because they recognize that somebody else really enjoys it. I'm not getting that somebody is just bending over backwards. They really don't like to do that and they're being forced. I feel like somebody's like, I don't really dance, but they're doing it for you. Or whatever that is, you're doing it for someone else. And I also feel like because of your energy with that person, maybe something you thought you didn't like to do, all of a sudden you like to do, not because of the thing, the action, the activity, but because it's with that person. Maybe you danced with the wrong dance partner before, you know? So let's get you another one. What is another message? I like that dance came in. I also feel like some of you need to dance before you go out. I know that's really silly. It could be going to work. It could be going to an interview, something like that. I know this is silly, but do a different kind of preparation this time. Give yourself one song, you know, even if you're just kind of like grooving in the car, doesn't matter. That will switch up your energy. And I'm getting that it's going to relax you, release some stress you may have, even if you're just nervous about a first date or something like that. It is going to change your vibration. I actually see your colors changing because you're grooving. Yeah. All right, let's get you another one. What is an extra message that would be helpful right now for you to know? Extra message. Ooh, that's a weird one. Okay, if a weird message has to come through, I feel like this has to do with this baggage you're releasing. You know, I actually get somebody is not doing something because at some point somebody said, oh, you look silly doing that. Or why are you doing that? And somebody was like, they got a little bit, you know, it's like, oh, I must not be doing it right. So it's almost like they didn't try to do something they maybe would have loved because they had some weird ass energy tell them they shouldn't do that, or that's not right, or you look weird. If somebody, whoever this is, whether this is you or this is somebody else, or just having awareness of it, if somebody is conditioned you know, programmed to seek validation. That could be people pleasing. That could be how somebody was seeing, you know, how, like how valuable they were, which is really weird. Your value does not, change because of somebody else's approval. You, where's that thing? It says here, trust in you, not in what somebody else's opinion is of you. This is somebody who is conditioned to seek. So this could be stemming back from the baggage of somebody's childhood even. If somebody always needed to know if they were a good girl or boy, they took out the trash today, do you love me now? Then it could be somebody who does overextend themselves or bend over backwards to people please because that's how they feel they're validated, or where, you know, they feel like they are loved. That's really sad, actually. But I am getting that is changing, conditioned to seek validation. I'm kind of getting somebody starting to not give a shit. You love me, you love me, you don't, you don't. You know, you want to stay, you want to get on board. All aboard, the train's about to move. If not, you know, catch you at the next stop, or somebody else is getting on at that next stop. So let's kind of put that to the side. You know, not every single card that comes through in a reading is going to be a happy one, but there's always a later approach or validation out of anything weird, because that's how we grow. You have to sometimes look at that shadow aspect, or it's always kind of lurking in the shadows and you can't change what you don't see. So let's get you another one. What is another message for you? Discover color. So you're coloring outside the lines. Did I say that with the dancing thing? So, I mean, imagine you're sitting there and you're just looking that one way on the fence, and all you see is that black and white world. That's all you see. You've never even known that there was color before. And all of a sudden you turn your head in a different direction, or you have a new experience, or you are gifted time with a certain person and you rediscover yourself or see something in a totally different facet you just didn't even know was there before. If you're discovering color for the first time, this is going to feel, I'm getting a little overwhelming and exhilarating. So somebody just thought something had to be this way or that way, black and white, good or bad. And all of a sudden there's all of these extra components, these extra layers and depth in something. That's way more interesting. That's when you suddenly harmonize. I'm also getting that somebody harmonizes with your vibration, your aura, your color, because it's complementary. It's not the same. It's not exactly the same. It's not like, it's more like the color wheel. I don't know why I always see the purple and the yellow, but if you have purple and you want it to really pop, even though it's beautiful on its own, you put it next to yellow, and now each one pop even more. So somebody's discovering color. Let's get you one more. What is one more from the mystery deck? Shift gears. I like that this came through because you have, I saw that like, you know, the engine. So here, look at they fit perfectly with each other, but you're also halfway up in an emotional situation. And there's something where the gears were stuck before. And maybe now something is more like a well-oiled machine. Now think of, what do you do when you switch gears? It's usually because you have to change your pace, or you have to change how the tires grab onto something because the terrain has changed, or there's more curves ahead, whatever it is. If you stayed in the same gear, you know, going at the same pace, I don't know. I actually think it gets kind of boring. It's much more fun to downshift and hug that curve and really feel it than to just kind of go exactly the same speed the entire way. So there's something where you are shifting gears. I'm getting that somebody, like, I actually get that somebody sees you. I think this is just a little energetic moment that I see, but somebody's like, oh, what was that? Had you had been going the same pace, or not turn your head to see something a different direction. Maybe you would have missed something that was important to see. Because, you know, when you're going to work the exact same way every single day, whether you walk to work or you drive or you take a train, and you're always in that same like general focus land, but you don't turn your head a different way, then there could be something you went by for years that was right there, but all of a sudden you see it. Now you see it every time. Now something that was maybe right in front of your nose, you can't let it pass you by again. You're going to notice it every time. I'm kind of seeing that maybe something was right there, but until your energy changed, until your focus changed, until what you were being open to allow in changed, it couldn't come in. Even if it was, I don't know, I just saw somebody living a couple houses away. That was really, really specific for some of you. Maybe somebody lives even like, if you are in a city, I kind of feel like, what did that thing say? The elevator, right? What does it say? It's, you know, it's a climb. It's not an elevator ride. For some of you, I'm getting like one of those really big buildings that I'm thinking in like Manhattan, but it could be anywhere. It could be just a lot of different houses in a development or something like that, where somebody was there the whole time. Maybe your schedules were always off. You never saw that person before. And all of a sudden, something changed energetically, and you were supposed to meet a long time ago, but not until your energies were right, till you were vibing, you know, on the same frequency. And all of a sudden, somebody that was right there, you see. That's really interesting. Like all of a sudden, you know, somebody lived on the 20th floor, somebody lived on the 3rd floor, and the person on the 20th floor had to go down to the laundry room to do their laundry at a weird time of the night, which is when you usually get home in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, hi, do you live in this building? Or are you doing your laundry? Oh, and, you know, you casually like, oh, that's really interesting. I was going to do a load of my underwear at 3 a.m. Maybe I'll meet you down there. So I am kind of getting somebody was right there. Just wasn't the right timing before. Oh my gosh, these messages today. All right, enough with the mystery deck. Let's move to the tarot. Now I don't know which one to use. What do I have? I have the Weird World. How about we go normal? I think this is just the good old Rider-Waite. So let's get this out. And let me make myself organized here because I'm a mess. And I'll be right back. All right, let's look at the tarot. See what's going on and find what the most beneficial focus should be for you. What would be the most beneficial focus to bring wisdom into your day today? Please and thank you. That you need to focus on starting to take those dreams and those plans that you can feel in your hand and get into the boat, get on the train, and start to make those plans happen. This is your step out of that amazing, inspirational, spirit-filled idea to expand and to make the phone call to make it happen. You know, book the ticket, get beyond the itinerary or those notes or the bucket list or whatever it is you were writing down, and take at least one step to get closer to that being an experience you get to have. There's also something about you waiting for someone. This is a really interesting card. I find that bolt there the most interesting thing about this card. So this person has their own staff of, you know, inspiration or masculine energy. They're feeling very inspired to move with that I am energy into something they are, you know, working on. But they're leaving a staff here behind. They're making sure it didn't fall down on the veranda here and would go unnoticed. They're like, nope, that's going to be upright for that person. If they're not going to come along right now, the right one's going to see that staff, and at least they will be able to support themselves to maybe catch up. Or it could be somebody that's just leaving something behind for somebody to go on a journey on their own, maybe not with them. But I do feel like somebody's going to be catching up with this specific tarot card. But you have to get on beyond the balcony wall. You have to definitely stretch yourself a little farther into that land of color into the unknown. It's sometimes the energy of dominion. So I do see the Two of Rods specifically as somebody that you have a lot of passion with, or there's a lot of creative potential, or it's a decision about something creative, making a creative move. But I do see it as a business partner as well. You know, somebody, if there is another person here you're deciding about, or you're deciding together, it's where there's this energy of constant expansion that you get to have. It's not stagnant energy. So let's see, why the Two of Rods? There's also growth. Whatever this is, there's something that's just budding. You know, it's just blossoming a little. It's not like a dead branch that you're holding there. It's still sprouting. So maybe you thought something was like dead and gone, but it's not. I'm getting that something was dormant until the right season. Why is the Two of Rods here? Let's see. Tell us more about the Two of Rods, or what's out there on the horizon, taking a step beyond where maybe you had a block or the walls up. There is a mountain in the back. It does say you're going to head towards something. You got another two. There's definitely a decision being made. So, but this is where usually somebody's not deciding. They're going back and forth and up and down and in and out, and they're sitting there. And the more they try to decide about what they're going to decide, the more super glued to that, you know, weird stone by the beach they are. Somebody has two swords there. There are two swords and two rods. You have your hand on one rod and, you know, the plans or the world of potential in the other. But this person here has two swords. So it's either going back and forth between the logical side and the creative side, or it could be somebody who feels like they're in two minds because maybe they're looking at outside validation instead of what their heart is saying. But because they are having an X or a block over their heart space. But with those two swords, you can always take one of those swords, hand it off to somebody else. Now it's not just a one-sided internal dialogue. It's now a conversation. So maybe somebody needs to open up that conversation to move on these plans or to have more expansion in their life. And maybe that is done better when you can ask questions back and forth, rather than somebody asking themselves a lot of questions, possibly getting over analytical with something and then always stopping themselves or backtracking. This person's blindfolded, but they have, you know, full potential to put those swords down temporarily, take that blindfold off and see the truth that's right in front of them. Sometimes people don't want to see the truth. Sometimes the truth is not quite revealed, so you do have to rely on your other senses. So let's see what this decision is all about. And I do feel like it's about a certain person or going in a certain direction. Also on this wall, there's a rose and a lily. So there is something that's maybe platonic and pure. And there's also something that is sassy and sexy with that rose. So I am kind of getting friends and lovers with this. Clarify Two of Swords, Two of Rods. Now you have air energy and energy of fire or spirit. I feel like somebody needs to get out of their head and into their heart, or see what makes their soul sparkle. And then maybe they'll figure out they have totally different questions along the way than they would when they're just sitting in the same position over here. I just heard day in and day out. Clarify the two and the two. No, that jumped back. Clarify this decision or this partnership or this next step kind of energy. So it's gotten past the beginning with something. So I am kind of seeing that it's a step-by-step approach. You know, pay attention to the step you're on. Don't get way ahead of yourself. I'm getting that questions are going to change the more you walk, or the more you move, or the more you expand. What is a refocus or an extra focus on the wisdom of this decision or this forward movement? Tell us about the wisdom. Ooh, these cards are being a little bit stubborn. Maybe somebody is stubborn and was sitting on the fence. Let's just get one more and then take what's at the bottom. So one more to clarify the decision. Finally, this is somebody who's rather stable and learning how to be balanced, learning that energy of tempering themselves. That's that reaction thing I think I saw before. This is somebody pretty stable. Maybe this person is bringing some stability in your life, or vice versa. Or if this King of Pentacles was upside down and they only saw the world in black and white, or how society conditioned or presented, you know, life to be, and it wasn't with a spiritual refocusing, then I feel like there's a big wake-up call with this specific king, because he can manifest. But if he is upside down and he is very much tied down to, where's your baggage, to the baggage of the 3D world, the 3D realm, and not following his heart, you know, making decisions that maybe take him off of the normal track and learn how to expand in a different way, he's always going to feel empty, like empty inside. Like that next goal will bring the happiness, or that person will fulfill their soul somehow. But it's like all of these goals are empty-ended unless he's like this, because he realizes that every single experience he or she gets to have is a part of the overall picture of his potential, his growth, his stability for the long term. Because this is somebody that wants not just one experience, they want to put their energy into and make an offer with that pentacle to where they see long-term potential while being grounded with that earthy energy and feeling the actual what's that song? I just got a song. I think it's Angels, or no, it's Feel by Robbie Williams. I just wanna feel real love, feel the home that I live in, because I got too much life running through my veins. This is somebody who really wants to feel this living energy, this growth that's happening. This is an earthy energy. This is somebody who really does make you feel like you're in the now. I mean, just think of earthy signs. They're all about what you can touch, just or taste, feel. So it's like every moment, if you are having some sassy time with this energy, or this is you, whoever is with you is going to feel every single second where you are maybe just energetically together, but maybe actually touching each other. It's a very sensual card, as long as it's not superficial. But I'm getting, if somebody was superficial, that's being left in the old suitcase, or somebody is recognizing where there's all that abundance, because that's what the grapes represent. So this could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but with those grapes, it's abundance energy, an abundant mindset. It's also where you have angelic help to find balance overall in your life. Whether that's you dealing with many different personalities, or all of the different ups and downs or decisions that come even in a day. This is the balance between earth and water, heaven and earth, inner and outer. Also, these they do look like irises, but first in the camera I saw a daffodil. So maybe something was underneath the surface ready to, blossom in the right time. It's so weird that now you have a mountain, which you had in the other card. Why does your mountain have a crown? It's a glowing crown. There's something about your mountain, your obstacle, not the elevator ride, unless that's where you meet this person, then you go mountain climbing together. But whatever it is, when you get to the top, you're recognizing your value. You're tapping into your divinity, because even your crown chakra is glowing like the sun. It's recognizing your value. It's seeing something from an elevated perspective. And also with this temperance energy, it's finding your center. It's finding the perfect gear. It's like the Goldilocks zone. It's always how I see this card. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. But somebody else's, you know, way too spicy is someone else's mild. I don't know, I just thought of tacos. Maybe you're having tacos tonight. So you have to recognize how to always adjust that. You know, this person has the different, you know, chalices here. So just picture like a really good bartender or a barista. You know, one person likes a lot of cream, the other person doesn't want any of it. It's knowing each situation you have, how to find that perfect mix, you know, the perfect formula. And you have to be in flexible, constant adjustment. Maybe something you hated as a kid. You didn't like peas. You didn't like truffle. You didn't like, I don't know. That was such a weird comparison. Maybe you like truffle on your peas. But then you have it prepared a different way, let's say as an adult, or your palate changes as you grow. All of a sudden, something like you wanted to spit out in your napkin as a kid is like your favorite thing ever. I'm getting that you need to be accessible to new things, trying something you didn't know that you might love because you never tasted that color before. What is that, like synesthesia, where somebody can like hear colors or like taste sound? That's such a amazing thing to have. Upside down, it's not balanced. It's maybe even way up in there in the ether, but not grounded at all. Or way too grounded and not tapping into your divinity. I like that the angel has his or her. Actually, in the other deck, I like how it's like part man, part woman, all angel. So it's looking at you or whoever you are connecting to as a gorgeous, beautiful, divine soul having a human experience. And probably out of most of the universe, this is probably one of the hardest places to have that experience because of the dichotomy of opposites. Because you always get to be in the energy of choosing. You know, if you never see the other side of the coin, how do you really know if you are making the right choice? So sometimes it's about choosing wrong. Sometimes it's also knowing when you choose right to embrace it. Can we get you one more? Yes, because I have the universe here. What is a final message for you from the universe? Final message, please and thank you. Ooh, one more. What would be the most helpful for you to know? This stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy. Are you hearing it? Are you feeling it? Are you also sending positive energy back? There's financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings coming your way. Do you have room for them to come in? Are you in the right energy where, in the right timing when they come, you are ready for it? Are you open to it being not what you expect? With this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.